Electric energy. We all know it, we all love it. It provides the essentials like lights and cookware. But where does this energy come from? Well, there's many different ways, such as nuclear, solar, fossil fuel, wind, etc. With this comes a lot of misconception. In this TED Talk, we're going to talk about it. First, we're going to talk about how you get energy. And you get it via a generator. A generator can be a lot of things, but the newer ones kind of run like this model. Now let's talk about nuclear energy. It's the same concept with the generator, where the steam created by the fission pushes the generator. The first misconception is that nuclear energy explodes like a nuclear bomb, which isn't like this is not true. Usually, when people are thinking of nuclear energy, they think of Chernobyl and that they don't want that in their town. It's probably gonna blow everyone up and turn them into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but that's just not how it works. So as this guy explains in a How to Make a Nuclear Bomb video, uh, nuclear power plants only have around 10% of the material to make a nuclear bomb, where you need 90, so they need to like enrich it. So unless a nuclear power plant is trying to make a nuclear bomb and spending millions of dollars trying to do that, then it's not really going to work. So I assume we all know the Chernobyl accident, and there's three main reasons the Chernobyl accident can't happen. The first reason is in all of our new nuclear reactors, we have containment buildings around the nuclear generator. So even if it did explode, which is very, very unlikely because of these next reasons, it would be protected. The second reason is that there is a huge failsafe with the fission. So even if something were to go wrong, the fission would just kind of die out. And a lot of people say, well, what if like another 9/11 happens where someone drives a plane into a nuclear reactor? Would it explode? And the third failsafe, I guess, is this example. That plane's going 800 kilometers per hour, so almost Mach 1, so it's not going slow. The main reason Chernobyl even happened was just because they were using outdated methods, and yeah, it would just never happen. I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. Now when a girl walks in with an itty bitty... The second misconception is that nuclear energy produces a lot of radiation. So for this part, I'm going to give a little tiny quiz. It's not going to be as boring as Rick's. So the question is, how much background radiation do you think one nuclear power plant produces? So give it a second, get an answer in your head. Okay? It's A. Isn't that pretty crazy? No radiation is released at all. This is because of the many different shields that a nuclear power plant has. And a little fun fact, actually most fossil fuels produce more radiation than nuclear power plants.
I have so much jewelry. I got more jewelry, and it's not even about the jewelry. Baby, you smart. You very smart.
The third misconception is that nuclear energy produces like a lot of waste, which just isn't true. And it isn't true that it creates a lot of waste because, first of all, the amount of waste one nuclear power plant creates in an entire year can fit under your chair. The second reason is that a lot of this waste is driven into the ground, and by the time that a nuclear power plant dies and gets unfunded, the nuclear waste will be turned into a stone material because the particles have a short like a 60-year half-life, which basically means after 60 years the particles will lose like its value and die out. A hopeless romantic all my life, surrounded by couples all the time. I get that you take is at a sign. Why? I'm feeling lonely. I wish I found a lover that could hold me. So what's the takeaway from all this? Nuclear energy is a very sustainable way to make energy, and the way the world's going with China and India and many places like that, almost doubling every 14 years, we need a sustainable way to make energy. With 75 to 85% of the world's usage being fossil fuels, our world just can't sustain fossil fuels for that long. I feel a nuclear energy solution is one of the best ways to combat that.